Hey everyone, this is Jerry, aka Silhouette Screams. I'm here with my June favourites video. I've never done a favourites video or even a favourites blog post before, so I'm hoping this isn't too much of a hot mess. Just before I start, I hope you're not too annoyed / disgusted by my hair. Usually I go for the bird's nest / just rolled out of bed look, but it really is just doing its own thing today. It has a mind of its own. It's like flicking out here and it's really flat here and it's just a hot mess. Anyway, I'm going to get started on my favourites. I actually have, considering how much I love mineral makeup, I actually have a lot of high-end things this month. I've been feeling high-end makeup a lot lately. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to turn into like a high-end makeup snob ever and shun mineral makeup, but I've just been really enjoying dabbling in like MAC and NARS and Illamasqua lately. So, I have quite a fair bit of Illamasqua this month. I did go to a blogger event, so I received one of the products free that I'm going to show, but the others I purchased. And the first is the powder blush in Nymph, which looks like this. It's described on the website as a matte, warm candy pink, but I tend to disagree with that. I think it's fairly cool toned. Yeah, like, it doesn't read very warm on me at all. The main reason why I like this, like, yeah, it applies beautifully and it blends easily and all those buzzwords, but it fills a gap in my pink blush collection. You know you're a beauty blogger when you have a pink blush collection. Anyway, basically I had an extremely light cool toned pink, which was Hang Loose from the MAC in the Groove collection, and that was a mineralized blush. Then the next darkest one I had was a mid-tone berry from Physicians Formula. The name is extremely long. It's something like Physicians Formula Wet Dried Baked Blush in Baked Berry. Then I had a fairly hot pink, which was MAC Dolly Mix. Then I had an insane fuchsia pink, which was MAC Her Blooming Cheek. So I feel like the Illamasqua Nymph blush, it's bridged the gap nicely between the crazy light and crazy cool Hang Loose and the berry blush. I also like that even though it's matte, it's not deathly powdery. I feel like it gives a little bit of glow to the cheeks. It doesn't look too flat. Also from Illamasqua, I placed a little order at the end of exams. Sorry, I'm getting a runny nose. That's disgusting. Yeah, I placed an order at the end of exams basically to reward myself for finishing the semester and doing pretty well. In that order, I picked up 2 of the cream pigments, Emerge, which is a matte peach, and Hollow, which is a matte toffee. It's probably showing up crazy grey though. So, I like using Emerge as a cream blush, especially with NARS Orgasm over the top, but I'll go into that in a minute. And I've been attempting to use Hollow as a contour, but I have such a moon face that I don't really know if contouring is working. Sorry, I'm just like looking to see if my dog is going to start barking really loudly. Anyway, I also finally picked up Static Pigment. If you know me at all, you've probably heard me lament over how much I want it, but every time I'm at a counter or every time there's an Illamasqua sale on the website, I just manage to talk myself out of it. It's crazy. But I finally picked it up. I just had to throw it in my cart because I was like, if I don't get it now, I am probably never going to get it. This is just going to show up white in the jar on camera, and I think I'm going to include swatches in a blog post when I post this video, because I don't want to be one of those YouTubers who's just like, oh, swatches it on my hand, you can't see it anyway because of the light, sorry. Anyway, the main reason why I like Static is that I've never seen the MAC transparent glitters in person, but I like to think Static is in the same vein because it appears white in the jar, but then when you swatch it, it's like a very fine fuchsia glitter. It's crazy pretty. Yeah, I bet it would be awesome over a black base, and I said in it was a review of the Precision Ink and Glister that they would probably look quite nice together because they have that same pink glitter going on. Next is this NARS Blush and Bronzer Trio. I saw this in a video by Makeup by Tiffany D, and I looked on the Sephora website and it was only $55, which, if you're unfortunate enough to live in the land of expensive shit, aka Australia, that is like insanely cheap. I think it's close to $100 here, but frankly I wouldn't have been surprised if it was $150. Anyway, excuse my big man hands and chipped polish, I am a lazy bitch. It has Orgasm, Albatross, and Laguna. I harassed people on Twitter to buy this for me, and Tiffany from Will Work for Makeup was nice enough to do a custom purchase for me. I think Orgasm is a little bit sheer, but it looks really nice over the Emerge Cream Pigment from Illamasqua. It just amps up the pigmentation and really brings out the gold shimmer, which, if I can remember, I'll do a swatch of it. Laguna seems nice. I haven't really tried it out enough to be like, oh my god, best bronzer ever, and frankly, I'm a bit of a bronzer noob. But yeah, I like that the shimmer isn't too noticeable on the skin. And Albatross, I think it's overrated. Don't punch me, but I think it's overrated. It looks exactly like an eyeshadow in the Cargo Los Angeles quad, which is basically an off-white with gold shimmer. I thought, based on like everybody's posts and like how hyped it up it is in the blogosphere, I thought it was going to be like a godsend. I thought it was just going to melt into my skin, look really natural, but it just looks like shimmer. It's nothing special, to be honest. Yeah. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to have to do a blog post eventually on. I always thought about doing a blog post, but I was kind of like, one day it's not going anywhere. Put it in the too hard basket. But anyway, these are 3 cream color bases from MAC smushed into one pot. They all came out with the Stylishly Yours collection in January. The purple is Madly Magenta, the pink is Tickle Me Pink, and the coral is Virgin Isle. Now, basically, when I saw the collection pictures and when it was released, I harassed my best friends and was like, okay, we have to buy one each, cut them up, and put them in a pot each. So, you know, we can try each color, but then we don't have to have a whole pot, and we don't have to spend $100 because this is Australia and it's disgustingly expensive here. So yeah, I'll have to do a post on how we cut that up, even though I didn't do a lot of the work myself. I mostly watched, and one of my blogless friends and my friend Jenny over from Crouching Asian Hidden Polish, she did most of the work, so yeah. I really like it though. I use the cream color bases as cream blush each day. I set them with a coordinating powder blush, and it just helps to add a little longevity to my blush. I have a real problem with blush lasting. I don't know if it just flies off my face, if it evaporates, if it sinks into my pores or what, but it's usually gone in a few hours. The cream blush, it helps it last a little bit longer, but not crazy long, like it's still just running away. The next thing, okay, this is actually the only non-high-end thing, and it is, it's got such a long name. The next Slide On, Glide On, Stay On, and Definitely a Turn On Waterproof Extreme Shine Eyeliner. That is just a ridiculous name. I'm just going to call them the next Slide On pencils because I think that's a short name anyway. This one is in Golden Olive, and I've not really had a chance to use it in a look yet, but it's just so friggin' soft. Like, ooh, like that's crazy good. Susan from Darling Girl Cosmetics, she hauled a couple from beautyjoint.com, and I was like, oh yeah, let me know how they are. They kind of look like the Urban Decay ones. Sorry, there's like a hair in my mouth. Ugh, gross. Anyway, she kind of had like a mixed response from hers, like a couple really nice, one was patchy, and she was just like, oh yeah, they're not really as nice as the Urban Decay ones, but this one is like crazy soft, crazy pigmented. It's really creamy, so like you're gonna have to set it with powder, but like I'm just gonna include it in my favorites video because it just goes on so well. Yeah. Those, oh no wait, I have a non-beauty favorite. Wendy wanted to include a non-beauty favorite, so I figured I'd include a non-beauty favorite too. Firstly, there's my Battlestar Galactica box set. I have been watching that all month. It's taking me ages to get through because I feel I need to be in the mood to watch it because it's so intense and quite depressing, frankly. I'm not going to show that because it's heavy and that's what the camera is sitting on right now. But I've also rediscovered Supernatural. I used to be obsessed with it. Me and my friend, we used to watch it every Monday night on TV and like text each other through the show like, oh my god, what the fuck? But then, like, the TV show, the TV channel, rather, that aired it, they screwed around. They took it off TV for 6 months. They'd show one episode, it'd disappear again for 6 months. So after about season 4, I kind of stopped watching because I never knew when it was on. I didn't know what we were up to. I couldn't remember what season we were on. So I scabbed the DVDs off my best friend who was obsessed with it and have been rediscovering it. I forgot how funny it is. I just love it. It's so cute. And yeah, so I think that's all my favorites from this month. Otherwise this video is going to be crazy long. It probably is crazy long. I hope that wasn't too awkward, traumatizing, embarrassing to watch for you, and hopefully I'll do one next month. Bye!